Well, good morning. We're back up here, as you heard just a week ago, on a ridge that ages and ages ago was known as the Ike Kidd Road. We found what we think is a home site, and we're here with my buddy Jimmy Staffey and Randy Neal. I'm going to show Randy what we found last week. We act together a lot, and her basic saying is, if one finds something, we all find it. So we're going to show Randy what we found. But the other issue is we didn't quite solve the mystery. If you live up on these ridges, you got to have water, and we want to solve the issue of where Ike Kidd got his water. We think we know, but we're going to try to find an old road down to the nearest creek, which is Dry Creek, and see what we find. This is a Friday, February the 7th, last night. Man, we were all hunkered down. We had a tornado warning came through. Awfully early for that to start, but man, it's a beautiful day today. Gonna start about a week's worth of rain coming up tomorrow, so we got a good day to get down. On our last hike, we found a bear's head, and it is now gone just a week later. So there's a little bit of skin still on it, so I'm sure the varmints drug her off and had them a meal.
I reckon that guy was a horrible drug addict at one time.
And yesterday was Jimmy Staffey's birthday. He's hiking with us. Him and Randy Neal, also known as Papa in the Woods. And Jimmy does really well to be 80 years old. Nah, I don't know how old he is, but he's a good hiking partner. Alrighty. Found a stone pile, which could be chimney, foundation, don't know. And then right above us we found a stone in the ground, which, according to the story, you went out your back porch and buried him up on top of the hill above the cabin. So this may well be the place. Really no way of knowing. Well, up on that flat up there, we found a pile of moss-covered rocks, found a stone stuck up. Very, very logical place for a house. Then right above it, where we'll go back where we were at last week, remnants of a farming area up in the head of that little hollow. So could it be? I don't know. I know can say factually we are within where the Ike Kidd farm or home place would have been. We found evidence of life. I showed you last week in the other video. So I don't know. We've got close, but it's so long ago that unless someone definitively knew where it was at, they were just sort of guessing. Below what we think is the home place, and we'll go up here to where the rock piles are from last week, is a wet weather spring, so it could have been possible for a good portion of the year to get water right below his house. So most definitely was a home place. Most definitely this area behind us was farmed. Definitely matches the Ike Kidd location. Possibly another potential site for something. Barn house. It's a built up wall. Didn't look at this too close last time we were here. Wall of rock goes right into this, so we're guessing some kind of retainer type deal. Well, we found two potential home sites and what appears to be two potential graves possibly, so we don't know. We know this farming went on in the head of this holler, and we know he could get water. That was one of the things we're trying to find. There's a wet weather spring that he could get water out of a good portion of the year. Then over the hill to Dry Creek, so we know he was in here somewhere so long ago that we don't have exactly where the location was, but been fun exploring this ridge. We're going to head back and try to find some more roads down over the other side, over the where the Kidd Creek is. Alrighty, I'm back on the road going home. Myself, Randy Neal, Jimmy Staffey, we finished up exploring the ridge that's known as the Ike Kidd Road. Out Divide Road, Laurel into Kentucky, past the fire tower, and then you'll go out the ridge before you get to Ike Kidd. And last week we found remnants of an old home place, lots of rock piles, a very interesting structure under a bluff, and didn't quite finish it up. I wanted to show Randy what we'd found to share with him what we had found on that trip. So we took him today, and then we went on down. The big mystery was, okay, if there's a home place on these ridges, you got to have water. We found a wet weather spring, and on down at the bottom, the remnants of what's known as Dry Creek. And we also looked for a way to get down into no business from the backside of these ridges, and we think we found one. So probably our next big trip, a few weeks, will be to park near the Ike Kidd area and walk all the way across and come out at Burke's Butte and then back up through Maud's Crack to Cherry Cemetery and just make it from the north rim to the south. So we'll try that probably in a few weeks. But hope you enjoyed it. Saw some good stuff, and I think we found where a home was, and we found out remnants of what could be one or two different graves. Whether or not they're Ike Kidd, there's no way of knowing. That's so long ago, and we can definitively say there's people that farm there and there's people that live there, and that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you later.